Hey YouTube, it's been a little while since I made a video on my Dodge Promaster Campervan, but that's because I really haven't done anything to it this summer. However, this fall I'm going to do 5 things to it. Put in a ceiling fan, double my battery capacity, add the ability to charge the battery from my cigarette lighter, add LED lights, and insulate the thing. So I'm going to talk about how I'm going to do that and what I like about what I've done and what I don't like about what I've done. So here we go. So let's start out with the Yeti Goal Zero 1250. This thing has been pretty good, and with the 120 watt solar panels that I have on the roof, it has been pretty much able to run this Dometic Cooler. However, today it was down to only 40% full, and we're going away for the weekend. So right now I am charging it from my house. Now I have wanted to charge it from my car battery or alternator, and I bought this thing, which is a 500 watt inverter, but when you plug it into your cigarette lighter, it only runs at 100 watts. And what happens is this has some sort of alarm built in that says, oh, you're drawing more than 100 watts, and shuts off. So that has been pretty useless. Now I've thought about using these cables, or getting different cables actually, because you don't want to just have alligator clips on your battery, and connecting this directly to my car battery, but I'm really worried I will forget to shut it off and I'll drain my car battery. I looked into buying an isolator and it's just too big a hassle, but Goal Zero now has a cable that connects to your battery from the cigarette lighter, and I just ordered that, and hopefully that will work out well. Now the Dometic Cooler has been fantastic. I've actually been running it in the entire summer long off this battery, and rarely have I had to plug this in, but today I did. So since the cooler takes 20% and this fan takes 20%, I suspect that the fan that I'm buying to go in the ceiling will also take 20%, and this battery is just not going to cut it. So what I'm going to do is buy the Goal Zero cable that goes from your cigarette lighter to this, so I can charge while I'm driving along. And I'm also going to buy a second battery and the cable to connect the second battery. So I will double the capacity of my battery. If you're going to do anything in a van, what I really think you need is 2 100 amp batteries and at least 240 watts of solar power on the roof. I've been very happy with the bench that I built. Got all our camping stuff in there. The bed I'm very happy with. I at one time had it held down by bungee straps, but I've changed that to be these straps, and I've also screwed it in to reduce some of the squeakiness and noise that I had. So 4 screws hold each side down, as well as the straps that are going to the tie down points. To keep cool in the summer, I had made some screens like this and tried to hold them up with magnets, and the dog kept taking them down. The dog would leave the car whenever she felt like it and would take down the screens. So I happen to have this netting by Coleman or something like that, which has these things on the end, and what I did was I took the magnets that I had bought, which are these things, which have a hook on them, and I would put them way out near the front of the car, as far back as I could reach towards the back of the car, and I can't reach this far holding the camera. And I would just have that draped over the door, the side door, and it would be pretty reasonably cool inside. I would hook up this fan on some bungee cords tied between here, and the fan is plugged into the Yeti Goal Zero. The fan overnight will use 20% of the Yeti 1250, just one night, so that's not great. So one thing that was pretty funny was with the screens, both the old ones and this new one, the dog would escape from the car whenever she felt like leaving, and what was pretty funny was one night we woke up and she was gone and the screen was gone, and we're like, oh man, where is she? And she was just outside the car, stuck in the screen, and hadn't gone anywhere. So it's pretty good as far as keeping your dog contained. Our bed and the 5-inch foam mattress we bought from Foam R across has been great. We use bungee cords to keep it from sliding forward. For interior lighting, I got this Slide King flashlight from a place up in Vermont, and it works pretty cool. It's just a regular flashlight, or if you slide this open, it's a very, very bright LED flashlight. I mean, like a strip. And the cool thing is, this thing is magnetic, and I can just stick it to the wall. Now, I'm probably going to put LED lighting in here when I insulate. I am probably going to put insulation behind this panel. I'm going to take out this panel because it's indented, and there wouldn't be much room to put insulation behind it. And then I'm going to insulate all this and the ceiling, and then I'm going to have a guy from Ken's Upholstery, which is in Pittsfield, Mass, make me up some of these things to put over here, put over this and here, and the ceiling. One thing we do is hang a lot of stuff from these bungee cords, and we use all these little openings to space them out. But we will have towels hanging from there, we'll have jackets hanging from here, and I'm not sure when I insulate what's going to happen, if we're going to lose all these little attachment points. We also use the attachment points for some nets to put stuff in. The homemade bike rack has worked out tremendous. I got a new bike. It has 27.5 plus wheels. Problem is, my wheels are such a much bigger diameter than my old 27.5 wheels. It has raised up the bars on this such that they touch, and these are carbon fiber bars, and I don't like them rubbing against here. So what I normally do is put a rag up here to help protect the bars. I don't really want to raise the bed any higher. I already have too little headroom. This ladder that we got has been fantastic for getting up onto the roof of the car. The Helio pressure shower thing has been great for washing dishes and washing your bikes off, but it doesn't have much pressure, so you can't really pressure wash your bikes off. You're kind of just rinsing them off. The only way that's any reasonable way to fill this is using a garden hose. The opening is just too small for trying to pour water in from anything, and the water in there is never warm. It's not fun to take a shower with this thing. You can leave that out in the sun all day and it still won't be warm. These foil things for the windows have been great. To keep warm while camping last winter, we bought a Mr. Heater Buddy, and I read a lot of reviews on the internet where everybody was raving about this thing, but I do not like it. Overnight, we will use up 2 or more canisters of this stuff if we have it on high, and it does heat up the van nicely, but I'm very worried about being asphyxiated, so I actually bought a carbon monoxide detector. The way I would use this was pretty much put it there because I have no place else to put it. I put it on the cooler, but I was afraid it was going to melt the top of the cooler. And what I would do is I would close the door part way and leave it cracked. I wouldn't leave it that much cracked, but I would have air could come from the bottom and air could go out the top. And I was hoping that would be sufficient, and we never did have the carbon monoxide detector go off, but I was never very happy using this. Plus, going through 2 canisters a day was quite expensive. These are not cheap. So I don't think this is a great solution for heating your car. On several mornings, I would just run the engine for a while and then shut it off and just take the chill out of the air while you were changing. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos as I do some more stuff to the van.